Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do a basic granny square today, and we're starting off with the slip knot. Got the tail here. I'm going to wrap the working yarn around my finger, push this down just a little bit, take the tail and drape it over the cross, over the top of that one, and then take this over the top of that and off and over my finger, and that leaves me with that. And I grab these two, pull them tight. That is my slip knot. I put that on my hook and tighten it up. If you do it the right way, you want the tail to be the one pulling your knot tighter, and you want the working end of your yarn to be making it looser. So tail pulls it tight, working yarn makes it loose. Going to tighten it up a little bit, but not too much. So you can see I've got a little bit of a gap under there. It's not super tight. And I'm going to chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now I'm going to use this chain 4 to make a circle, which is the start of my granny square. So you can see, to count your chains, you've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. Here's my slip knot. So I want to put my hook into the first chain I made, which is next to my slip knot. So I'm going to put my hook into there, and then on my hook, it looks like that. So I've got my working loop here, and I've put my hook into my first chain that I've made, and now I'm going to yarn over, making sure that tail's out of the way. Going to yarn over and pull that through both loops on my hook, and then I can open this chain 4 up that I've made into a little circle. So this is where my fingernail is right now. This is the center of my circle, and this is where I'm going to work all my stitches on the first round. So I'm going to start with 3 chains, which is the height of a double crochet, and that counts as my first double crochet. I'm going to make 2 more double crochet into this circle to complete the first cluster. So a double crochet is yarn over, insert your hook into the space, yarn over and pull up a loop, and you have 3 loops on your hook, and then you're going to yarn over and pull through the first 2, and yarn over and pull through the next 2. That's the double crochets. So now I have, oops, sorry, I'm just pulling a bit more yarn out. Now I've got my chain 3, I've got my first double crochet and my second double crochet. And remembering that that chain 3 at the start of each round counts as a double crochet. So that's my first cluster, 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to create my corner, which is 2 chains, and then I'm going to do another group of 3 double crochet, all into the center of this circle for this first round. So yarn over, insert your hook, and yarn over and pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the next 2. That's your double crochets. The tail's in the way. So now I have a group of 3, a chain 2, and a group of 3. This is the first side, my first corner, my second side. Making my next corner, 2 chains, another group of 3 double crochet, and then I've got 3 sides and 2 corners. Now I'm going to make the third corner and the last side, so my last cluster of double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. And now I've got my 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 1, 2, 3 corners. I've got to make my last chain 2 for my last corner. And now to make this into a square when it looks like this, I've got to slip stitch from here over to my very first one to close off my square. So I'm going to find the chain 3 I made, which is just here, and I'm going to count 1, 2, 3. So this is the top of the chain 3, and I want to slip stitch. So I'm going to put my hook into there like that, and I'm going to yarn over and pull that through there like that, and I've completed my first round. So you can see I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, and 1, 2, 3, 4 corners for the granny square. Now, at the completion of this round, at the moment I am here. I need to start my next round. To start my next round by staying in the same color, I need to be over here. Here you always start in a corner. So I'm here and I need to be here. To get over to here, I've got to slip stitch 1, 2, and 3 times to get into that corner space here. So I'm already in the top of this chain 3 double crochet to the next one. Here's my post here. I don't know if you can see that very clearly. Hopefully you can. This is the post of my stitch. This is the top of my stitch here. This is the top of my next stitch. So the top of the stitches are these little V's here. We want to go into the top of that stitch like that. So I'm putting my hook into there and I'm yarning over and pulling through both. That is a slip stitch. Now I've got a slip stitch into this one here. So I'm going to put my hook into the top of that like that and yarn over and pull it through both. So I was over here, now I'm here. I've got one more to go. I've got a slip stitch into there, pull up a loop and pull that through. Now I am in the ideal spot to start my next round. So to start my next round, I start with a chain 3, which counts as my first double crochet. So I go 1, 2, 3, and then I'm making a corner. So I'm going to do 2 more double crochets, 1 and 2. I'm going to do a chain 2, which creates the corner space for the following round, and then I'm going to do 3 more double crochet, all into that same spot, which is my corner spot. So I've got, when you look at it, it looks like this. I've got my first group of 3 double crochet, I've got my chain 2 corner, and then my next group of 3 double crochet. Now to get across to this corner, I'm going to chain 2, and that's creating that chain 2 space is going to create a side for the next round. And now I'm going to do my 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet into this corner. First 3, chain 2. See how I've turned my work as I'm going. Still working in that same spot, but I'm turning my square just so I can see that I'm working on the next side. So then I've got my first side made. I've got 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet, chain 2, and then my next corner, 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. And now I'm chaining 2 for the next side and then starting in the next corner. So your corners are always the same. They're always 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. It's the sides that build and are different. but we haven't got to a side yet. The side is in the next round. I will do 2 more rounds after this so you get an idea of what's happening. My yarn just split. And this is what I've got. Now I'm just going to chain 2 and join that with a slip stitch to close the round. So here's my chain 3. Again, I've got to count up 3. 1, 2, 3, and the third is where I'm joining to close the round up. Put it on my hook, and then I pull through both like that. And then you can see my square happening. You can see it's going around. Now this next row, we're adding stitches into these side spaces here. So I'm going to show you how to slip stitch across to the corner again, because I'm here, but I need to start my round here. So I put my hook into the top of that double crochet post, into the V-stitch, and I slip stitch. So there's no yarn over, you just go straight into that stitch like that, and then you pull the loop through both, and then you go into the corner space as well. So now I'm where I want to be to start my next round, and I'm going to go round. I'm not going to talk you through this one, you'll just see me do it. So first corner made, 2 chains, I'm into this side space now. So in my side space, I just do a set of 3 double crochet. Chain 2 to get to the next corner. So I've got a corner, I've got a chain 2, I've got my sides, a chain 2 and my corner, and now I'm going to go around this way. So chain 2, a side, chain 2 and my corner. So you can see where I'm up to. I've still got to come around and finish off here. Sorry if you can hear that noise, it's bin day. The garbage truck is here. It's quite loud. Now I'm into my last side. So just a set of 3 double crochet, and then a chain 2, and I'm back to here where I need to join this with a slip stitch. So count my 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, put my hook into there and pull it through both, and that completes my granny square.